and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Wednesday, November 20th.
The holidays are all about sharing with family. Meals, couches, stories, Grandma's secret pecan pie recipe. And now you can also share a cart with Instacart family carts. Everyone can add what they want to one group cart from wherever they are. So you don't have to go from room to room to find out who wants cranberry sauce, or whether you should get mini marshmallows for the yams, or collecting votes for sugar cookies versus shortbread. Just share a cart, and then share the meals and the moments. Download the Instacart app and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your first 3 orders. Service fees and terms apply.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
We begin with some news out of Kentucky. The mayor of Louisville says 2 officers shot in the line of duty last night are in good spirits this morning and on the road to recovery. Police say a suspect was also shot in that fight over a gun. Louisville's deputy police chief says it happened just after 8 last night when officers pulled over a vehicle that was reported stolen. Then there was a fight between the officers and the suspect over a gun.
During this struggle, 2 officers sustained gunshot wounds, and the suspect also sustained a gunshot wound. The 2 officers were transported to University of Louisville Hospital, where they are in stable condition. The suspect was also transported to Jewish Hospital, where he is in stable condition as well.
Officials say 1 officer was shot in the leg, the other was shot in the hand. Louisville police say they do expect to release some info later today. Right now, there is no ongoing threat to the public. Back in Indiana, the daughter of Hancock County Commissioner John Jessup says she is the woman he sexually assaulted in Las Vegas earlier this year. Rachel Jessup shared her story with our news partners, the Greenville Daily Reporter, after her father pleaded guilty to the crimes. She says the Republican commissioner got drunk and assaulted her in January during what was supposed to be a trip to Las Vegas to celebrate her birthday. Jessup was arrested in June and pleaded guilty to a felony charge last week, which could lead up to 20 years in prison. He is set to be sentenced in April. Despite the assault charge, voters elected Jessup to the Hancock County Council this month. He says he will resign immediately after being sworn in, as felons are not allowed to hold elective office in Indiana. The family of a pregnant woman from Portage says she has now been missing for close to a month now. News 8's Danielle Zukowski talked to loved ones who are holding out hope and looking for answers.
Emma Baum was last seen on October 10th. At that point, she was 9 months pregnant, but her family says she's likely had the baby by now. They're asking for help to get her home safely. Emma Baum's family held a press conference on November 15th asking anyone with information about her disappearance to come forward. Police say she was last seen at the 2500 block of Connecticut Street in Gary, Indiana. She's from Portage, Indiana, in neighboring Porter County. Her sister Abigail Smith shared that Baum was 9 months pregnant and was already dilated on October 10th when she was last seen. Her family says she was visiting her boyfriend before she disappeared.
She had went to her boyfriend's house and was going to stay the night and come back Friday. And so that was it. And she didn't come home Friday. And we tried to call her and called her boyfriend's house. Called her boyfriend. And he answered and said she left with some girl.
Gary police say Baum's boyfriend is in custody on an unrelated charge. Indiana State Police told News 8 it's not assisting on this case at this point. Baum's family is asking for more help searching for her. They say they have put themselves at risk searching abandoned buildings in Gary. Baum's family also shared that she's a mother to 3 children who just want their mom back. Emma is 5'3" and a natural brunette. but is known to wear different colored hair pieces. She weighs about 135 pounds and is 25 years old. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact the Gary Police Department. I'm Danielle Zolkowski for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Let's talk sports. IU football is in line for a home playoff game according to the latest college football playoff rankings. The selection committee has IU ranked number 5, playing as the number 7 seed if the tournament were held now. That means IU would host Ole Miss in the first round. Notre Dame is ranked number 6 and is projected to be the number 8 seed, with the Irish hosting Alabama in the current playoff scenario. Keep in mind, the rankings and seeds can shift due to a rule that automatically gives conference champions the highest seeds. The official bracket comes out on December 8th, and of course, IU has a big game coming up this Saturday against number 2 Ohio State. And happening today, Indianapolis Monthly returns to celebrate the best chefs in our area. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez gives us a taste of what's happening at the Biltwell Event Center.
So the idea behind Savor, they pair up 2 chefs from 2 different restaurants. They come together, they work all week to build a 5-course meal that you might not be able to try again, different dishes inspired by what they serve at their own restaurants. Here to tell us a little bit more about the event, a little bit more about what's on the menu, we have Rob Carmack, he is with Cheeky Bastards, and we also have Abby Broderick, she's with Indianapolis Monthlies. Abby, I'm going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about the pairings. How do you guys come up with these chef pairings, and how do you come up with who to team up with who?
So we just want to bring different cuisines together that might not be paired together, naturally. Like with Rob, he's a traditionally British cuisine, and he's paired with a very hardcore Italian cuisine. And you can't get that anywhere else. So we just want to do some fun things.
So speaking of that, Rob, thank you for being here this morning. Tell us a little bit about what the menu you guys crafted is.
So Chef Tony and I got together and we came up with an idea of having some of the dishes actually fusion. Mm-hmm. So in England, they have a dish called toe in the hole, Yorkshire pudding and sausages. In Italy, in his restaurant, he serves sausage and peppers. So we kind of come up with an item that combines both. It's a sausage and pepper dish in a Yorkshire pudding batter. That sort of thing. It was just so much fun to come up with that.
So, Abby, I'm going to turn back to you. There's something new for Fall Savor this year. You guys are doing an art auction. Tell me a little bit about that, too.
Yes. So we have nonprofits each night, and the proceeds from the art and the wine sales go to the nonprofits. So we're really excited to have the new edition of the art, just another something fun to do in between courses.
Abby, Rob, thank you so much for being on this morning. We really appreciate it. Next hour, we'll be whipping something up for you, so be sure to tune in at 9 to see that. There are still tickets available if you're looking to grab a seat for all 3 days, but Friday is close to selling out. Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Let's talk weather now. Storm Track 8 says we are in for some cloudy and colder conditions today, and even some snow too. Meteorologist Ryan Morris has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
We're expecting snow showers and multiple waves tomorrow. The rest of today, very quiet here. We're actually going to have the sun keep working in 40 in Plainfield, Fishers at 39, and 39 in Greenfield. So our temperatures right now, I know it doesn't feel that way, but this is actually pretty close to average given the time of year. It's just yesterday was so warm, so this has been an adjustment period as our temperatures have been cooling down. Here's the latest look at Storm Tracker. Precipitation is in the process of exiting the state. Still light rain falling in Muncie down through Richmond and Connersville. But look, that's going to wrap up here in the next hour, hour and a half, and then the rest of central Indiana dry. Zooming into some of these showers from Muncie down to Newcastle and Richmond. Light rain falling and sustained winds. Breezier in eastern Indiana, not as bad behind that precipitation. Sustained at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Today's forecast through the afternoon, our temperature is getting to around 50 degrees for the high, which is right around average for this time of year. Sustained winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. We turn breezy once again for tomorrow, as well as the cooler air rushing in. 50 for our high here in Indy, 47 in Kokomo, and 47 in Muncie. So going forward into our forecast, light showers, they're exiting. We still have them now in eastern Indiana. Winds will continue to pick back up once we get into the forecast for tomorrow. And snow is expected in 2 rounds on Thursday. I'll have the latest details on some of those rounds coming up with my full forecast.
To get a look at Ryan's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. We wrap things up with a story you don't want to miss. It's almost time to meet this month's Golden Apple Award winner. Daybreak's Hannah Mordeau has surprised a Perry Township teacher with the award, which now includes a $2,000 cash prize, thanks to our partners over at WGU. We're not quite ready to reveal the person just yet, but here's a hint. He is the coach of the school's Spell Bowl and loves a certain superhero.
He really likes Batman a lot. He has a lot of Batman around his room.
He loves Batman. His whole room is basically Batman.
And he said for Halloween he was going to be Batman, so I think it's just his favorite.
And while this teacher loves Batman, he's also beloved at the school, especially by the students.
We all love him. He's just really, really smart, really, really nice.
He's very nice and funny because he likes doing like what the kids do.
Just really fun to be around him because he's funny and doesn't really care what other people say.
You can catch Hannah's surprise and meet the winner tomorrow morning at 7:30 on Wish TV Daybreak. Well, this has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Wednesday, November 20th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.